as basic as you think. So let's get to it. The first thing you have to do is get out your 600 grit sandpaper. I know you've got it laying around because you're crafty, right? But if you don't have it, go get you some. 600 grit, that's what you want. And you're also going to need some nail polish remover, and you're going to need some gloves so that you don't get your sticky oiliness all over here, so that your glue can properly adhere. Plus, it already had to have some kind of gluish sort of stuff on it, not gluish, but oil sort of stuff, so that it would come out of the mold and not stick and be nasty. So you've got to remove that. So let's get to it. So basically, anywhere you see that's still shiny, you see how this is getting more gray and roughed up? I see a spot right here that's still kind of shiny and smooth, so I gotta rough that up. So we're gonna go all the way around here, and any spot that you still see shiny, we're gonna rough it up. Okay? There should be no sheen. Okay. So, let me show you one that has, ooh, that one's kind of got some wet wool on it. Let me show you one that has not been sanded, so you can compare. Okay. This is the sanded, this is the unsanded. So you see how this one's kind of roughed up? And this one's still shiny and new. Of course, it got a little bit of dust because I like to do a lot of woodworking in here. But unsanded, sanded. I hope that shows up. I'm not sure that it does. Well, it kind of does. Yeah, one's very black, one's kind of gray. There, side by side. So that's what you want to do. You want to get it good and roughed up. Now, once you've done that, you're gonna clean it, a little cotton round, or you can use a cotton ball, or you can use a cloth, but you're gonna use some nail polish remover, which is just acetone, acetate, or whatever. And I better put this on here so I don't accidentally knock it over. There. So then we're just gonna go, oh jeez, I don't really want all that cotton on there. Wash that off. And this is just removing any more oils that might have been left after we did the sanding. We're just going to swab the whole entire foot. And in this little cup area on the edges. Whew, do this in a ventilated area. And always keep your nail polish remover away from any heat source, especially like a flame, because it is flammable, as is your glue that you'll be using. Okay, see, we got all of that off of there. All our little roughed up bits. Okay, so now we have this fully cleaned and ready for glue. Before you start gluing, what you should be doing is putting your shoe, and this one's not cut out yet because I accidentally glued too fast on that one. What you should do is take a piece of chalk, and if you have a white shoe, then get some dressmaker blue chalk, or just go find your kids' blue chalk for the sidewalks. Anyway, you want to chalk around here where this shoe meets the sole. That way, when you're applying your glue, you don't go too far, but you still get enough to get the edges Now, since I failed to do that on this one, I am for sure going to have to sew the edges because I won't necessarily have the right amount of glue underneath here. So, glue will go up to this point and not over. If you go over, the glue's going to show and it's going to look nasty. Alright? So, that's what we should have done on this one. Now, we have one layer of glue on here, one layer of glue on there, and we need to repeat. So let's just get that started. Gah! Be careful. Be careful with your stuff. Now, notice I can touch this and it won't stick to me because glue, contact glue, cobbler glue, only sticks to itself. So that's why you can't just glue one side and stick it on. It will not work. You have to have both sides prepared. So let's get over here and get some more glue. Okay, I'm gonna get the last bits of cotton off of here. All right, now I'm gonna use my adhesive. You need a lot of it. Actually, I've already used a bunch of this for my Oscar the Grouch parade float, hence all the green fur. I'm just going to use an off piece of felt to spread this around. Again, do this in a really well ventilated area. Never store your adhesive next to a heat source because it is highly flammable. Okay, I see that it did not get in a couple edges, so I'm just going to get a lot more in there. Now, one of these tubes, when it's full, should be enough for one pair of adult shoes. And I do sell those tubes in my Etsy shop. Although I'm getting low on them right now, I need to order some more. Woo! And apparently I need to open up a window. Okay, I'm going to go open up a window. I'm going to let that set up, and then I'm going to start applying a layer to the bottom of the shoe. You need to do this twice. Once, twice, once, twice. And just keep letting them dry in between. Okay, now we've got both of these fully, every little section on the lip, on the bottom, has been fully glued and prepared. Now we're going to set this in. Now, when we set this in, we will have all of like 30 seconds to correct any errors of placement. So it's really important that you do this correctly. We're going to go in with the toe first and place it. Okay, that's good. Now what I do is I clamp it, because clamping is going to make it dry a lot faster. If you don't have clamps, then you can weight it. Okay, it's a new day. You might not have known that when I started the soles, but it is. So it's easiest if you put the shoe that you just glued if you put that metal foot last on first, because getting it onto the stand is a little more difficult now that it's snugger in there with the last. So I'm going to put that on top. and I clamp it so that it dries faster. And I always keep it on for at least 30 minutes. Now I know some people will let it stay clamped and fully dried for like 24 hours. That's how I was taught to do it, but I've since fudged a little putting on other soles. So, and I was able to do it with less time. And you might be too, so it's completely up to you. Oh, goodness gracious. It's hard to open. There. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to let that stay, and then after all that is done, I will do my stitching with the cobbler's awl. I wonder if my cobbler's awl is over here. I will show that in another take. So I will show you how to stitch this, and we'll do some decorative stitching on the outside, and then you can fully know how to do it, and you will be completely set to finish your shoe. Hey, by the way, remember, down in the corner, you can always subscribe, and please share these. Also, if you have anything that you'd like to know how to do, please message me. If anything wasn't clear, also message me. Any suggestions, please bring them forth. I'm always trying to make a better video for you. So this is Christy Day from Wool NV. Talk to you later.